Hello, guys. Thank you so much for connecting and tuning in to our yet another series of interviews with interesting people from Web3 and crypto world. And today we have a nice guest today, founder of Rapidmile Business Solutions, Shaz Qamar, joining us here on the call. Thank you so much, Shaz, for connecting. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, thank you everyone for having me. Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing fine. Hopefully, I'm really, tuned in to having a nice talk with you about, your journey in Web3 and crypto and stuff. So yeah,
hmm
while preparing for this interview, I've read so much about us, a lot of things about you. So with over 22 years of experience spanning in IT, marketing, Web3, and
hmm
crypto, basically, what sparked you? Like, what was the spark that made you think, yeah, I got this, I can launch a Rapidmile? So tell me about this.
Okay, so it was a long time back when I, along with my brother, we thought of an idea and we thought of launching a company. So that time I used to work with a company called GE Capital. And that time I always thought that I want to have my own company and to have full control of the entire business. So that's where we came up with an idea, and it started with a printing company, Rapid Mile. The first business was printing business when we
Really?
started. Okay, so it has gone through a lot of transformation. So obviously, the printing business and delivering it online was a very new solution that time. Almost 22 years back, nobody would have had thought of this idea. So we were the pioneers in that in our particular area, and so we did it for some time, and then we moved. We thought, okay, we should be moving more to digital marketing, and digital is something which is the future, and that's where we started with the digital marketing company after a couple of years after that.
And what was the biggest fear when launching a Rapidmile, and how did you
Our
overcome it?
well, the biggest fear, and I would say it's the fear of most people who are stepping into entrepreneurship, is that they won't be getting a paycheck after the month end. There's no salary, and you would need to survive on your savings, and later make the business profitable as soon as possible. And that profit would normally takes around 4 to 6 months. So that was the biggest fear at the time of joining. And I remember I was about to get married as well, so there were certain responsibilities from that side as well. But yeah, it was a leap of faith, and I completely had trust in myself and God, and that's where we stepped into it.
Wow, that's really cool. You got lucky, man. And you're also not just a businessman, not just a business leader, but also a
Mhm.
certified coach, as I heard, right? So
Yes. So
talk
it's
about this.
we started two companies almost 20 years back. So one was Rapidmile Business Solutions, and the other one was Golden Inspirations. So Golden Inspirations was more into the mind power trainings and the coaching, law of attraction trainings. So everything related to the mind. So that's where we used to provide certified coaching as well. So I'm not only a coach, but I'm a coach in coaches trainer as well. So I have groomed multiple coaches in my life.
Okay, so let's talk about Rapidmile, basically.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
Rapidmile, basically, as far as I understood, offers everything from like token listings to VC
Mhm.
funding and marketing. So, what's the most challenging service to execute and why?
Well, the VC funding, we act as an aggregator. So that has been quite challenging because it has to, one is fulfill all the requirement what a VC wants, and then collecting all the information, as well as sometimes the startups are pretty nascent at a nascent stage. So we would need to help with them with their pitch deck, with their white papers, with tokenomics, with everything, and then collate everything and then sending it to multiple VCs. And the VCs also have their own pressure where they get so many applications on daily basis. So interacting with them, and yeah, and making sure that at least one or two VCs show interest in a particular project, trying to explain about a particular business which is not ours. So that has been quite challenging, but at the same time, quite exciting and interesting as well.
What's the biggest marketing myth in Web3 that's holding businesses back?
Biggest marketing myth, I would say, a lot of startups and entrepreneurs think that whatever marketing they are investing in, that would actually work. But in most of the cases, you would see that 80% of the marketings do not even work. Maybe some marketing technique which has worked for a different product, a different service, may not work for you. So there has to be a lot of testing which we need to go through. So I always suggest businesses to do a lot of testing in the starting. And test one thing at a time so that there is no overlap and we really know if we are getting business or if we're getting users, from which mode of service are we getting it. And if this thing probably, if a particular kind of marketing has not worked for a month, it may not work in the future as well. So jump to a different solution altogether and do a lot of research. So I think that's the answer for that.
I'm really curious. What's the best thing to have? Having the best tech or having the best marketing, in your opinion?
Well, I would say best marketing always would make most of the sense, because best tech may be very expensive, as well as tech always keeps changing. So maybe at the time of when you incubated a project, a particular technology was the top technology, and by the time after 2 years when you actually launch the project, that technology would have actually become an obsolete one. So it's very difficult to keep with up to date with the latest technology, and would be expensive as well. But if we have even the moderate technology and the best marketing, I have seen many projects doing pretty well with that.
I'm asking that because, it's true that the Web3 space, I agree with you that it moves insanely fast right now, especially, and a lot of Web3 startups fail. So basically, how does Rapidmile stay ahead of the curve and like keep delivering real value to clients?
So we for our entire team, my only instruction to them is do a lot of learning, to learn something new on daily basis, and I follow the same thing. So when it comes to attending expos, or attending any kind of training, or a YouTube video, so do at least one kind of learning every day. So that makes a lot of difference, and we get to know about the latest trends which are happening. We get to know, we meet a lot of people with the latest solutions and informations in the industry.
Interesting. So could you tell me, could you name some real case scenarios? So like, tell us about the project that, seemed impossible at first to, pull it off, but you and your team actually made it work. So what happened? Can you name such?
Okay, so we had a project called Debix, and it's a Web3 project, and we were. It took almost 6 months for us to convert that project and to deliver the solutions they were looking for. And 6 months is a long period, and it was a big, almost 100K deal. But the important thing was that they trusted us, and we trusted in ourselves as well, and we were committed to provide them any kind of solutions they were looking for. So I think that the trust factor played an important role to convert that project.
Really? Wow, that's a really interesting case. I'm asking that because, there are, thousands of Web3 marketing agencies out there. Mm-hmm. So what makes Rapidmile different in a nutshell?
Okay, so what makes Rapidmile different? I would say three things. One is that our commitment to deliver what we promise. The second thing is the trust. So we do not interact as a salesperson. Rather than we try to interact with our projects and clients as if we are a part of the team. And we try to give the best solutions and also ask them to do their sufficient research in the market. And again, a lot of research. So we have to keep it up with the latest marketing trends as well as the Web3 trends. So I think that plays a lot of difference. And even if the client, let's say, hasn't converted or had decided to opt out, still they trust us, and they, if they have any kind of problems, they get back to us to discuss those problems. And sooner or later, they do refer us projects, or they do give us some kind of business. So trust plays a very important role.
Yeah, indeed. Trust is a huge issue in crypto space. So basically, how can you, like a founder and a project, prove that you are legit and not just another short-term hype?
Yeah, in fact, especially in the Web3 and crypto space, you would see a lot of frauds which are in the market. They would promise you something, take the money back, and probably block you on the Telegram channel or disappear altogether. So trust becomes a very important thing. So the initial trust is established where we share our profiles, our like the website, our email addresses, and so everything possible to verify us. Okay, and then trying to get on the call as soon as possible, keeping our cameras turned on so that again, I've seen a lot of people putting their camera off also while talking. That also plays an important role in building up trust, where you are face to face with your client. So I think these are the things where we do all the best possible things to gain that trust.
Interesting. And sometimes clients come in like with unrealistic expectations. So how do you handle those situations? Because how to adjust their side to see things differently.
Yep, that's actually is an important question, because there are certain clients, they're trying to extract as much as possible in whatever amount they are ready to pay. Here in this scenario, I would say we do not bend down too much, but we do let them know what is the best possible things. We give them three, four different options in the money they are planning to part with, and ask them to choose whatever options they have. And also, I ask them to go and research in the market as well. So to get in touch with certain agencies, different companies, and see what kind of solutions they are providing. And also, we need to keep that in mind also, that there are certain frauds also in the market, which we do let them know. And also, there are certain illegitimate services as well, like certain marketing would include a lot of bot users, which are 10 times cheaper than the real one. So we need to give them a clear picture why we are charging as to what we are charging.
Wow, that's super exciting. So, Shaz, what's been the most rewarding moment of your career so far? Let's talk about that.
Well, when it comes to rewarding, I would say the life itself has been rewarding for me. Like I said, I try to learn every single day. I try to learn something new. With the help of my career, I'm able to travel a lot, visiting different countries, getting to know different people, different culture, and trying out different variety of foods. So that has been quite rewarding for me. I would say I would not restrict my rewards only to the business, but to the entire life.
Mm-hmm. Well, talking about business and the opposite side right now. So can you share like a time when Rapidmile faced like a major setback? So what went wrong and how did you bounce back?
Yeah, there have been a couple of major setbacks, and there was a situation where we delivered the services, and client refused to pay us, and it was almost 200K, $200,000. And I remember I had taken some loans, put in my own money, and when he refused to pay, and by the way, that he hasn't paid till now also. So it was a major setback, because we had to give money to our vendors, and I had to make sure that we sustain ourselves. So it was a hard time for me. I took a side job as well for some time to make sure I take care of the loans and the debts. And the good part is my commitment and my belief in myself. So we were able to manage and pay all the debts within a year. get back to where we are right now.
Well, that was unpleasant. Hope that worked out. Yeah.
Yes,
There are tons of critics saying that digital marketing is just psychological manipulation with fancy name. So, what's your take on that? Where's the ethical line here?
Well, I would say yes and no. It can be psychological manipulation, but it's not only digital marketing, it's any kind of marketing. And also, if it's only psychological manipulation, all the companies would be successful. So, not all the companies are successful. So, apart from marketing, it's important that we need to have a strong product, we need to have a strong technology behind it, and more important is genuine users and the founders, the team which is working behind that company. So overall, with only marketing, you can be successful for a very short period. Sooner or later, people do get to know the reality behind the company. But if you have everything set up, if you have a strong base, then we can survive for a longer period and we can be successful.
Wow, that's really cool. And speaking about the future, so we had this conversation like maybe 10 years from now or so. What would Rapidmile be in, oh my God, 2034?
Okay, so when you talk about Web3 as a market, so it's changing so frequently. If you actually ask me where would Rapidmile be after 2 years, it would be difficult to tell because the technologies are emerging. AI did not even exist 2 years back, but now it's everything about AI, and where it would be after 2 years, after 5 years, we really cannot even imagine. So yes, when you talk about after 10 years, we do aspire to be a global company with probably our offices in 10 different companies, 10 different countries, and serving a lot of global clients. And so the aim is to not to restrict ourselves to a specific country, but to consider the entire globe as one country. And probably not only from business point of view, but from gelling with different cultures, with different kind of people, and to unite them. So that's the goal.
Wow, that's a good point, Shaz. It's so nice talking to you. I've got only 2 questions left, so let's fire them really quick. So, in your opinion, what's one Web3 or maybe tech trend that no one is talking about yet? So, what's that, and why you think it's going to be huge?
So there are a lot of emerging projects which are coming up in Web3. I am lately in conversation with a couple of companies which have just launched and I feel would be huge. I would name them. One of them is an Accumulate project, Accumulate network from the USA. It can be a good project. It's a layer 1 blockchain. And the second one is the Realtime, which is also a blockchain. And I feel that it can be a big one because they have Microsoft also investing in them. So nobody is even talking about it. I think they haven't even started marketing about it. But yeah, so hopefully we would be taking care of their marketing. And sooner or later, I do see these 2 projects on the top. And plus, I'm also working on a project that's called Play 195. So that's a sports website where, in fact, I would say it's an exchange for different tokens. So it would also provide a use case for a lot of projects which don't have a use case. So instead of, let's say, playing with token or stable currencies, users would be able to play with those specific native tokens. Okay, so it would be a solution which would be provided to all the different kind of projects which don't have a good use case. So yeah, that's about it for the time being.
Cool. Already writing down the names in my notebook. Okay, so last closing question. So Shaz, okay, what's the number one piece of advice you'd give to young entrepreneurs who are just starting out and they're trying to break free and go into Web3 right now? So What's your take?
I would say there are two advices. One is believe in yourself, and the other thing is take complete responsibility of your actions. Take complete ownership of whatever you do. Maybe somebody else is responsible, but if it's your company, if it's your company, so you have to take 100% responsibility and just keep rolling.
Yeah, that's I think that's the perfect ending point for today's interview. Thank you so much for connecting, Shaz. It was a pleasure having you on this call. Guys, we had a nice conversation with founder of Rapidmile Business Solutions, Shaz Qamar. We'll leave all the links in the description so you can connect if you're interested. And yeah, see you around. Thank you for connecting. Cheers.
Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thank you, Shaz. It's been a pleasure. See you around, man.
Have a nice day, everyone.